PPW Nation. My name is Michael Pagano of PPWWrestling.com, and I am your host of the newly formed PPW Rewind show. And folks, you can't have a rewind show without taking it back to the beginning. And you longtime PPW fans know exactly what I'm talking about. We're going to take it back to the year 2014, April to be exact, for PPW Aftershock between the Product, David Starr, and Smooth Tommy Suede. These guys had some classic battles for the PPW Heavyweight Championship and all around independent professional wrestling. So let's take a look back at April 2014 at this classic match.
Introducing the participants. In the corner to my left, he weighed in this morning at 215 pounds. He comes to us from the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. He is the current PPW #1 contender, the Product, David Starr. His opponent, in the corner to my right, accompanied to the ring by Dylan Dean. He weighed in this morning at 225 pounds. He comes to us from nearby West Hazelton, Pennsylvania. He is the reigning and defending PPW Heavyweight Champion, Smooth Tommy Suede.
Stop clapping, Cameroli. We already know whose side you're on. Freddie Akers was supposed to be the ref for this matchup, but he got food poisoning from the Chinese buffet that he ate at before PPW Aftershock. And they also stole his credit card information.
That's been going around of late.
Bad night for Freddie Akers. Here we are, starting off. David Starr gets Tommy Suede in that armbar. Tommy Suede reverses, gets David Starr in that headlock.
What is
David Starr sends him off the ropes and is sent down to the mat with a big shoulder block from Tommy Suede.
Does he have juicy on his tights? Is that what that says? What is wrong with this guy? EJ, define that right there. What's going on there?
I'm not sure, Mike.
He should not be sent as a champ. He does not suck.
They're just letting him know how he is. He's not the people's champ. The only way he has kept his title from throughout
Josh
these months.
Medeker is saying no timeouts. And Dylan Dean saying, I'll take 30 of them if you want.
This is just like Tommy Suede. Killing time, getting David Starr out of his element.
EJ, you're allowed one timeout per match.
Where do you get these rules from, Mike? Tommy Suede gets David Starr in the headlock. David Starr sends Tommy off the ropes. And again is sent down to the mat with that big shoulder block.
Hey, that's hours and hours in the gym that he spends just to deliver that shoulder block. You know it. I know it.
No doubt about it. That's like getting hit by a freight train, Mike. Oh my God, David Starr leaps over in a big hip toss. The momentum has changed in this match, and he delivers a shoulder block of his own and another one.
That's the smart veteran that Tommy Suede is right there. He knew the match was changing. He got out of the ring at the right time.
I say that's a cowardice move, Mike. But what do you expect from Tommy Suede? The only way he retained his championship is through cheating. David Starr tosses Tommy Suede over the top rope.
See? Here's his timeout. He got one timeout per match. There it is. They used it. Mediker saying, okay, you
No,
can have
he's
it.
saying no timeouts. This isn't gym class, Mike.
See? Time in. There he goes. Vicious clothesline there.
David Starr says he's going to set him for the spin. There he goes. He's on the merry-go-round.
You can't collect any brass rings here.
I hope he didn't eat before this matchup, or else the front row is going to get a surprise they didn't pay for.
Like what?
He's going to lose his lunch. Do I have to spell it out for you, Mike? This is a PG show.
Lose his lunch. That's funny.
Tommy Suede says he has enough. That's just like him running away from a challenge.
Hey, if he goes to the back and gets disqualified, he's still a champ.
Of course, if he gets counted out, he loses, but he still retains that PPW Heavyweight Championship. They're consulting the ringside doctor here. Josh Meinecker is at 5.
I'm surprised.
The doctor gives him the okay.
And David Starr's being distracted right now by Dylan Dean.
Is there any low that Tommy Suede won't go to?
Tommy Suede's lurking in the shadows back there.
Of course he is.
Another timeout. You're allowed to call timeout 2 times in a match.
Ooh, and David Starr runs right into that booth from Tommy Suede. He took a tooth out with that one.
Wow.
I saw it fly into the stands.
He will not be able to get senior pictures in the morning.
Uh-oh, Tommy Suede exposing that hardwood gym floor. Oh, a low blow, come on. He scoops him up. Oh, right on the exposed floor. That takes its toll on the spinal cord of David Starr.
Exactly.
That could be a game changer.
Tommy Suede and Josh Mediker are best friends right now. I love it.
Unbelievable. What else do you expect from Tommy Suede, though? What else do you expect?
They are so close right now. And Mediker allowed it to happen, so that means they are friends.
David Starr has to get in his head in the game and not keep falling for these tricks, or he's going to lose this one.
He might lose his lunch, like you said before. That's still my favorite quote you've ever had.
I know you probably never heard that. You don't get out much, Camarelli. What do you do with all that money Bellas gives to you? You certainly don't spend it on a girlfriend.
I buy cars, buddy.
David Starr fights back with a big boot from the corner. Tommy Suede hooks the leg and reverses. Oh my God.
Wow. You tell me that's not a PPW champion right
He's
there.
taking it to David Starr.
And he just high-fived his...
He knows the stakes in this one, and he's giving it his all.
He just high-fived his manager, Dylan
Of
Dean.
course he did, because he's in this match too, apparently.
Yeah. Now, they still have 1 timeout remaining in this match.
Where do you get this stuff from, Camarelli? Is that one of Bellas' rules?
No, look at the submission move he's putting on him right now.
He has him in the chokehold there, cutting off the circulation to his brain.
Look at the sadistic look on the champion's face right there.
He doesn't only want to win, Mike. He wants to hurt David Starr. He wants to put him out of commission.
Yeah, because what is PPW going to do after David Starr loses tonight? Make him fight Tommy Suede for the 15th time?
Mike, he earned this #1 contendership
Doesn't
last
matter.
month against Lance
He
Onawahi.
should be in the back of the line, as far as I'm concerned.
And look at that, the hair pull from Tommy Suede. I guess that's the actions of a champion, too.
Some people like that. Some people enjoy that, EJ.
And here he goes, choking David Starr on the middle rope. Come on. Turn around, ref.
He can't. He's blind.
Tommy Suede is running amok in this match. Doing whatever he wants. He thinks he runs this place.
He actually does.
Don't tell that to Bellis. David Starr finds himself in a very bad situation here, and the hip toss.
And I'm sorry, fans. Wow, look at that right there. He's just showing up David Starr.
Adding
right here.
insult to injury.
Now, what do you call this move, EJ?
I would call it a modified head scissors of some sort.
Look he's ramming David Starr's head into the mat. David Starr's on cloud 9 right now.
He squirms out. Oh my God. The big German suplex, and he turns the tides of this match once again. Unbelievable. What do you think of that, Camarelli? Suede's pulling out all the dirty tricks in his book, and it's not enough to keep David Starr down.
EJ, he has a lot more tricks in his bag.
I don't doubt you there, but I'm sure David Starr's ready. He was reviewing videos backstage. I saw him. He fights back with that elbow. Driving Tommy Suede into the corner. He's chopping him down to size, showing him who's boss in this matchup. And that's it! That's the big elbow. He
Tommy,
rolls him
kick
up.
out! All right,
Somehow,
we're still alive
Tommy
here.
Suede. He rolls him up again. You're really seeing his amateur background come out here.
Oh my God.
Look at that, he took his teeth out with that one.
I cannot believe that he got Tommy Suede down like that. Champ, come on!
Like I said, he's going back to what he knows best, and that's his amateur wrestling background. Keeping him on that mat, rolling him up.
Tommy, head scissor him right now.
He catches him. Oh, he broke him in half with that spine buster. And he's going for the Boston Crab. Could he get it in? Could he lock it in?
Here comes Dylan Dean up on the rope. He's calling it.
Suede tapped! Suede tapped! It's over! Suede tapped! Miniker!
EJ, he didn't tap.
Unbelievable!
He did not tap at all.
He tapped! That belt belongs on David Starr. This is not right. This is not right.
Here's Tommy.
David Starr counters again. He's not out of this one. He knows he's been cheated, and he's going to keep fighting until he picks up that W. Tommy Suede gets out of the way.
Welcome to Tommy's foot in your face.
He cleaned his clock with that one, Mike. You could see the birds dancing around his head.
Oh, like the cartoon thing.
That's what I was getting at.
All right.
Tommy Suede goes to the top. David Starr back to the vertical base.
And look at Dylan Dean. He's holding Tommy in
Come
place.
on, Miniker. Come on. Get control of this match. He's setting up for the 450 splash.
Look at that. Look at the champion posing like he is the people's champ. Wow. EJ, amazing.
That's it, folks. Oh my God. Oh my God. David Starr kicks out. He's still in this one.
I cannot believe what I just seen.
He's the first wrestler I've ever seen kick out of that move. This is unbelievable. Folks, you're witnessing history here. This crowd is on their feet.
What does that mean? What is this? Yes.
You can feel the electricity in the air. I've never seen anything like
What's
this.
going on here? Ooh, hello.
And David Starr
Good
makes
night.
a super kick right to the jaw.
EJ, good night.
Oh my God, he kicks out again on sheer instinct. Camarelli, how do you explain this?
Don't even talk to me right now. This is why we need faster counts in this business. Velvet's got to get out here and restore order to these referees.
Listen to this crowd. What an unbelievable match. They're tearing this house down. David Starr reverses.
You're not as strong as a PPW champion.
Oh my God.
Good night, Irene.
What a move by Tommy Suede. And again.
Come on, EJ. Faster counts. That should have been 3. Twice now. There it is.
What is this?
Take him out.
No. No, what is this?
That is the best thing I've seen all night.
He should be stripped of the title. Enough is enough, Camarelli. Enough is enough.
And here comes a chair.
Oh, come on. This is highway robbery. David Starr ducks the chair. Oh, my God. He slams Tommy Suede. He's back in this one once again.
That was a great move by David Starr. I don't want to admit it, but that was a great move.
He takes off the elbow pad. He's about to load up the cannon, and we know what happens from here, Mike. He has sunk many ships with this cannon. The roaring elbow!
But there's no referee to
There's
count.
no ref.
There's no.
Here comes Ryan Reis. Oh my God! What is this? What is this? What are you doing, Ryan Reis?
Oh my God!
No, not you too.
Yes.
Not you too, Reis.
Yes! Yes!
Not you too, Ryan
I'm
Reis.
so excited!
Where does it end? Where does it end?
Oh my God! I never thought I'd be thanking that Teletubby in the ring. There it is!
No.
It's over.
Ryan Reis, why? Why you two? How far does this go? How deep does this go?
PPW Heavyweight Champion, Tommy Suede.
Unbelievable.
Hey, ow.
And now here comes Balance.
Oh boy, now you're looking at me, aren't you? Last month, you had no idea who I was. Now you see who I am. This is why we breed champions here at PPW like Tommy Suede, and not losers.
The roaring elbow to Balance. Yes. Yes. And show him how it feels.
David Starr, there are children here. Do not do this. EJ, what's he doing? Marshall's even trying to tell him.
I'll tell you what, that may have cost David Starr his job here at PPW, but it was definitely worth it.
I said they were classics, folks, but I never said they were always fair, and thanks to the tactics of the crooked manager of Tommy Suede, Dylan Dean, and that always hated Ryan Reis coming in there at the end and absolutely screwing David Starr out of the championship. Nonetheless, Tommy Suede ended up losing the championship a few months later to former WWE superstar Brodus Clay. Suede now helps out at Underdog's Pro Wrestling School as he helps train future PPW stars as well as Mikey Whipwreck. And then David Starr is still doing his thing on the independent scene, going up against the likes of Nick Aldis and Tyler Bates. Now next we are going to go to January 2018 where Mike Orlando, the champ, goes up against Jack Swagger, the former All-American American. Let's take a look at this match.
Matchup. What a matchup we have here, folks. Romano, do you feel it in the air? Feel it.
I truly do. I truly do. This one's going to be a good one. This might only be January, but we are looking at match of the year caliber right here between these two guys. And like we said before, Jack Swagger, he's not a veteran. He's not a Hall of Famer. He's a current wrestler who's training for Bellator. We'll have to see how his style has changed with that training, and we'll have to see if Mike Orlando can somehow end up leaving tonight the PPW heavyweight champion.
Both these men, pure athletes. Both these men got their start outside of the squared circle. Mike Orlando on the gridiron, on the football field. Jack Swagger in amateur wrestling in the NCAA, where he was champion at the collegiate level. A very, very distinguished position that this man has.
Well, he's been training with Dave Batista. He's been training for Bellator, and I think we're going to get a little bit better Jack Swagger mat maneuvers here. I think he's going to take it to the ground a lot more. Let's see.
As I said, world-class amateur wrestler Jack Swagger. Let's be honest here, this is probably the most even matchup Mike Orlando has had since gaining that championship belt.
Absolutely, main event time, PPW High Voltage. Paul Bowe, Phil Bravado, E. Julian Skyper calling the action live here from Holy Family Academy. Here's a back waist lock by Jack Swagger showing the amateur wrestling background.
I mean, there's people standing for this. They're on their feet. This is rarefied air. This is a very special match. You can feel it from the get-go. You can feel it before the opponents even walked out.
This has a big fight feeling, as Phil alluded earlier, the Bellator fighter, now Jack Swagger. This match has been hyped up the last 30 days. It's the buzz of the internet, Facebook, PPW Nation. They're talking about it all over the East Coast. Mike Orlando now and Jack Swagger face to face, finally in the squared circle. Crowd is chanting, "We the people."
Look at this. This is heavyweight wrestling, Paul Bowe. This is a kind of fancy. This is a kind of gimmicks here. This is just two heavyweights going at it. Good old-fashioned pro wrestling at its finest.
There's no flips in this one.
You won't see.
Wait and see.
That was like two bears colliding at the watering hole.
And guys, you know how this is going to be a good match? The back of the locker room has been talking about this all night, and they're looking forward to it. They're watching it in the back right now. Everybody's eyes glued on this one tonight.
Belly-to-belly suplex from Jack Swagger sends the champion outside to rethink his game plan here.
Orlando ducking out of dodge there.
Well, it shows the experience, Paul, that Mike Orlando has since having that title. He's had to duck out of dodge quite a bit in his time in 2017. He's used to this. He's not used to the pressure that Jack Swagger is putting on him right now.
Orlando's trying to clear the cobwebs, trying to settle people down. Really upset here with the crowd as he's yelling obscenities here at the fans here at ringside at PPW.
Mike Orlando, he's used to having a little support from the crowd here. He's used to hearing that green machine chant when he comes out. Not tonight. Not with the All-American here.
Just as you said that, EJ, on cue, one half of the crowd is saying, "Let's go Orlando." The other half is saying, "We the people, USA."
Very patriotic crowd here in Hazleton, Pennsylvania.
Orlando ducks the line. Swagger Beautiful head scissors. Swagger staggered him a little bit. The big man in the corner. Big frog splash by Orlando. Big shoulder block and 275-pound, the All-American Jack Swagger.
Little message from Mike Orlando that this isn't going to be any kind of cakewalk. This is his ring, Bobo. That's his championship.
Orlando went to go up and over, took a nasty spill on the outside.
Well, Jack Swagger doing that out of desperation early, throwing Mike Orlando down with the momentum that he gave himself coming outside of the ring. High-risk maneuver did not land well for Mike Orlando.
Now Swagger now in total control, smelling the PPW championship maybe. Right into the railing there.
You know, Mike Orlando's been here, guys. I mean, we can run down a laundry list of guys like Abyss, like Jerry Lawler,
Did you
like
say
Chris
Abyss?
Masters. But, I mean, Mike Orlando's come through it all. TJ Masters has got to be pulling his hair out. I mean, he doesn't have any right now as it is, but pulling his hair out in the back, trying to figure out who do I have to bring in here.
There was rumors of bringing Smooth Tommy Suede out of retirement to come. They didn't know. They ran out of people for Mike Orlando to face. Cue Jack Swagger. Perfect man at the perfect time.
In the setting that it's perfect for Masters, because again, he's training for Bellator. That's second to none conditioning, and Jack Swagger has scouted Mike Orlando for the better part of 2 weeks. He is ready for him, EJ.
You know, I said this earlier on in the match. Jack Swagger has to be the toughest, most evenly matched opponent Mike Orlando has had since stepping foot in the PPW ring. Not to take anything away from his past opponents, but Jack Swagger is still in his prime, as is Mike Orlando.
And there's Days of the Gridiron, big old number 69 with the tackle on Jack Swagger. No stranger to the gridiron, another All-American at Oklahoma. Starr at the back of Swagger. Look at the look on his face.
Guys, Mike Orlando has this down to a methodical pace that he is used to. This started out chaotic. Now, Mike Orlando has got this right where he wants it to be, and he's at the pace that he can succeed at. Now, we're looking at Mike Orlando's game.
Kick right to the side of the head by Orlando. Swagger laying motionless on the apron, telling the crowd to shush.
This is where you're going to see the Green Machine at his most dangerous in a big match situation like this.
And this match, it might have started here tonight, but I'll tell you what, earlier during the day at the Icons of Philly Comic Fest, we were down there with the PPW table. Mike Orlando and Jack Swagger were sitting, well, next to each other, minus Ryan Race and myself, in between them, and they almost got into it a few times. So this has been brewing all day long, culminating now in our main event here on PPW High Voltage, only on WYLN, the best indie wrestling on the East Coast. Phil Bravado, E. Julius Kuiper with the call here. Orlando now in control right into the lower lumbar area of Swagger, and he's laying motionless against that rope, Phil. What are you seeing here?
Well, I see that Mike Orlando's got this thing right in control. I see that Jack Swagger, I think, underestimated Mike Orlando a little. Oh, you know, you're the champion of little promotion in Hazleton. No, Mike Orlando's traveled, and Jack Swagger is finding that out right now. Covered by Orlando, smart move. At very least, making Swagger use the momentum to get out of that one.
On a 2-count Orlando, you can see the frustration on his face as he's looking over at the commentary. Why does everybody look at us, Phil?
I think we got the answers. I know they're not looking at EJ.
Well, they're definitely not looking at you. You have a face for radio.
What?
Crowd chanting USA, flags waving in the crowd.
This almost feels like the Olympics here.
Almost Swagger decked out in his red, white, and blue gear. Orlando, the neon green accented with black. He is a neon machine. Up to the top rope. Big splash right down, and that'll definitely separate a couple discs in your back. Back press by Orlando. Swagger kicking wildly. And I know you always have a lot of problems with Jeff Carden, but you can't be saying anything here bad about him, Phil. He's calling this one right down the middle.
I don't know how Carden keeps getting assigned to these things. I mean, it's just so transparent. I mean, Mike Orlando, every time he's got to defend his title, it's Jeff Carden looking at him with that big dumb face that's always hanging out.
Philip, he is the senior official. That's
What
why he's the
senior
son.
I don't care about him. How do you get to be the senior? Is it just seniority? Do I just have to stay here long enough?
Hopefully you'll be leaving soon. Back to the match. Orlando in control. Swagger on all fours.
I haven't said anything in a while. I'm still here, folks. What a matchup we're seeing. Championship action, main event here at PPW High Voltage. Mike Orlando still in control. Jack Swagger fighting back up to the vertical base. Former WWE superstar, former NCAA champion. Jack Swagger off the ropes, into the fireman's carry. Oh, big back body drop.
Big fall-away slam by Orlando.
Fall-away slam.
Back cover. Oh!
Guys, every time Jack Swagger hits that bat, it's that lower back that's hitting first. Every time Jack Swagger kicks out of something, it's that lower back that's being folded. It is causing him a lot of problems right now, and we're going to have to see how that bodes for him later on in this match.
A lot of people don't realize that lower back, that's part of your core as much as your abdomen is. It's just the back side of your core. So you take out that back, you take out the stability, you take out the strength of your opponent.
And you talk about a conspicuous absence tonight on ringside. Where is Mr. Elliott? He is most dangerous when you can't see him. He did not accompany Mike Orlando to the ring tonight. I know he's in the building. I saw him earlier this afternoon.
Bobo, I was going to say, where's Mike Orlando's entourage? He usually comes out with 3, 4, 5, 6 people.
He
Well,
said,
if you guys did any journalism research, you would see on Facebook that Mike Orlando wanted to do this one by himself. Everybody's talking about how he uses his outside interference. Mike Orlando said he didn't need that tonight. He wanted to do it by himself. Is that a mistake? Absolutely, that's a mistake. But we're going to have to see how Mike Orlando fares.
right on top of Jeff Carden.
Move of the year.
What?
Move of the year. That guy finally got what he deserves.
Are you
It took 365 days, but we finally get payback for Jeff Carden.
Jeff Carden was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
He was in the perfect spot at the most amazing time.
What I want to know, do these reps get workers' comp?
I would fight that guy's unemployment insurance if I could.
Jeff Carden is laid out. Orlando.
No one's coming down to check on Carden. No one cares. Nobody cares.
Somebody needs to get out there and check on Carden.
Sweep him up with the garbage that we take right after we get this ring out of here.
Now those are harsh words, Phil Bravano. Look at Jack Swagger back in this one. Orlando's up.
Power slam. Swagger feeling it from the crowd. People yelling, "We the people." Swagger set him up for the Patriot lock, it looks like to me.
Bobo, that's a deadly lock he has.
Listen to this crowd.
Building momentum. Drops the elbow.
And Orlando's eyes roll back in his head. Lateral press cover. There's nobody out there.
We should have a new champion right now.
Well, once again, Jeff Carden got knocked over, and Bravado thinks it's okay. Swagger's the only person that cares about Carden. Orlando's coming too, and Swagger's still stomping on him. Oh! Caught Orlando, caught him right in the face. There's a kick right to the side of the head. Swagger will be feeling a lot of them at the Bellator level. Orlando rolls him over. Speaking of the devil.
Oh, now come on.
Speaking of the devil.
Well, this is exactly what he said he wasn't going to do. Mr. L, and that,
What?
Mike Orlando's telling Elliott to get out of here.
He's telling him that, get out?
Elliott, look on his face, is completely shocked. I told you guys, Orlando said he wanted to do this by himself, and he's going to do it by
I
himself.
wish I could do commentary by myself.
One of the biggest matches of Mike Orlando's career. He doesn't want to cheat to get this one. He doesn't want to have the asterisk on his record book.
Oh, man.
Frog splash. Orlando pulling out the deepest of his catalog of moves. I've never in a year seen Mike Orlando do a frog splash.
Elliott got a referee. Here comes referee. Chris Mack is out. Here's the cover. 1, 2. Swagger kicked out.
Swagger kicks out.
Swagger kicked out at 2.
Mr. Elliott, hands on his temple, getting a headache as he's watching it.
Swagger kicked out at 2. Where did that come from? Somewhere down deep. The All-American is pulling it out here at PPW.
Look at the crowd on their feet, Paul Bowe. I've never seen anything like this.
Orlando took a long stare at Mr. Elliott. He may have regretted not taking that chair to Jack Swagger's back.
Orlando is in his football stance. The former offensive lineman, NFL prospect. Swagger dropped hold. He got the Patriot lock. He got the Patriot lock. Here comes Elliott. He got the Patriot lock. He has it locked in. Fans chanting tap. Fans chanting tap. He has it locked in deep.
Are we going to see a new champion here?
Orlando, that rope could be
He's about
10 miles
away
away.
from the rope.
He can't get to the rope. Elliott's trying to
Inches
help
from
him.
the rope.
Oh, and he pulled it back, gentlemen.
Look at the ankle. Look, the Patriot lock. Locked on deep.
And he got to the bottom rope. Mike Orlando got that rope.
Jeff Carden finally looks like he's coming through. Big frog splash. Lateral press. Hooks the leg.
2 3/4.
Orlando reached up and grabbed the bottle rope. Great ring awareness by Mike Orlando. We are seeing probably, I know it's early in 2018, but a finalist already for PPW Match of the Year in the first month of PPW.
What a way to start the year.
Absolutely great crowd on hand tonight.
Tell you what, you could go from Pennsylvania to California. You're not going to find a better main event than this one, folks.
Swagger going for the gut wrench suplex. Orlando, martial arts style kick right to the back of the cranium. Orlando has him up top.
Swagger in a very vulnerable position here.
Wait a minute.
Razor's edge.
Oh, my. Oh!
And you could just see Swagger's head hit off the canvas.
If Mike Orlando could do a 180-degree turn, this one's over.
He just got to get over. He got
A finger on Jack Swagger, and this one, and he will retain that PPW champ. There. No, Swagger. Too smart for that.
You said it perfectly, EJ. Too smart. He's going to roll out of the ring where he can't lose this match and regroup.
Orlando dives.
Wow! Just look at the strength of the legs of Mike Orlando. To get that much momentum, most men have to run across the ring. He did that from standing still.
He just
There's the big spear.
He folded him in half like a lawn chair, but took a lot out of both men. Back pressed by Orlando. Swagger kicks out again.
Swagger will not go down.
What a match.
Swagger
we are
kicked
seeing.
out again.
Guys, both of these guys took it to the limit tonight. Orlando not wanting Elliott out there. Elliott's out there. He's coaching him on. We're going to have to see if it's enough or if it's a distraction for Mike Orlando, to be honest.
The first mistake is going to be a fatal one. I can tell you right now, Bravado, the first mistake. Jeff Carden still doesn't know where he is. That's probably a good thing.
Paul Bowe, Jack Swagger, former WWE Heavyweight Championship.
The youngest
champion.
ever WWE champion. These two are giving it their all. These fans have got their money's worth tonight. Look at this. It's on. It's like a hockey fight here, Phil. You were the goalie, so you wouldn't even take part
he
in that.
got him!
He got him!
Big
Right in the middle of the ring!
In the middle of the ring, Paul Bowe!
Right in the middle of the ring!
Orlando's hurt! Orlando's weakened! This could be it! This could be it! Orlando is hurt! The Patriot lock! Locked in deep in the middle
Rolls
of
him up.
the ring! He gets out! He still has it! He still has it locked on! That's that MMA training that Jack Swagger has been going on!
Swagger will not let go. Swagger's shoulders are down. He's tapping out. Orlando tapped out. Orlando tapped out.
Orlando tapped.
He's tapping out. What just happened?
What happened here, Paul? But we need a word from the official.
Mr. Elliott beside himself on the outside of the ring. Mike Orlando thinks he's won this one. Jack Swagger thinks he's won this one. Oh! Jack Swagger is the new PPW champion!
Phil Bravano, pinch me! Am I dreaming? Am I dreaming right now?
Mr. Elliott wishes he was!
I'm so happy I'm gonna kiss you! Get over here, Phil!
Paul Bohm, I can't believe what we just saw. This has to be the most shocking event in PPW history.
Listen to this crowd here at Holy Family. Jack Swagger has won it all. Oh my God, I can't believe what I just saw. We have a new PPW champion. He's crying in the ring. Emotions are running high. Look at the look on Swagger's face. He's done it. He's done it. He slayed the dragon. It's absolutely unbelievable.
Former
Look
WWE
at this crowd.
Heavyweight champion. Now the PPW heavyweight champion.
Listen to this crowd.
He has to be the most highly decorated belt holder we've ever had in this company.
Absolutely. Listen to this crowd chanting, "We the people." We gotta go. EJ, you stay with them. I gotta go to ringside.
The pedigree of this belt. Let's go through the list. Tommy Suede, David Starr, Mike Orlando, Brodus Clay, and now Jack Swagger is your new PPW heavyweight champion. The pedigree for this belt just keeps getting deeper and more impressive, folks. I hope the indie wrestling world is on alert. Jack Swagger is your new PPW heavyweight champion. The bar has just been raised. The competition has just stiffened. This is easily the most shocking event in my 4 years here at PPW.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mike Orlando. That's a good idea, but you don't get back heavyweight championship. You earned it, and that man right there is your number one contender.
Folks, welcome back to the PPW Rewind Show. Once again, my name is Michael Pagano, and folks, I don't think anybody quite knew what was going on there. You had Swagger applying the ankle lock, but he was also laying down. His shoulders were pinned to the mat, and just before the ref was able to hit the mat for 3, Mike Orlando tapped out, and that's it. Jack Swagger's your new champion. Thank goodness for senior official Jeff Carden being right there to make the call, as the other ref wasn't really quite sure what the call was going to be. But nonetheless, Swagger's your new champion. He would only hold the championship for a few months here in PPW, but he is loved around PPW Nation nonetheless. And for this next match, folks, I don't want to give it away, so just take a look for yourself.
Throw the streamers in to show respect. These guys have got more.
Oh, look at that! Punk Rock All-Stars attack South Philly from behind.
Well, they're not here to play fair games. They're here to win and leave with the title, period.
You know, one of the credos of punk rock. Oh, look at this. South Philly's finest coming back.
But move.
One of the credos of punk rock is anarchy. And the Punk Rock All-Stars, they don't follow anyone's rules. Phil Bravado. Especially not yours.
Well, I've never asked them to fall. Don't get me involved. I'm already involved in the Jimmy Con. Don't get me started, okay? I don't want to get beat up. I don't want anybody to attack me. And I don't want that to be thrown out of the ring by my... Well, Sean Cannon and Drake Carter have this scouted.
Scouted, absolutely.
It's funny, Drake Carter stood this morning at 5'9", but now he's close to 6'3".
Look at that. Carden wouldn't let them bring them in the hard way. South Philly did it anyway, though.
Conway and Brazzi been up and down this East Coast, been up and down the PPW ladder, but right now sitting atop. And we all know. And look again. They were ready for it, but South Philly put on the brakes.
Oh!
EJ inventive moves by South Philly.
That looked like a mosh pit right there.
Tag team division, very, very bright here in PPW.
Bright and colorful.
Well, with Cannon and Carter in the ring, you're absolutely right. Sporting a new manager. I'm sorry, I didn't get any information on her. She's walking on the outside of the ring, though. Very interested. And, I mean, have you ever tried to get any information out of Sean?
You're not punk rock enough to get information out of them.
Well, apparently I'm not, because that's, I guess, the look that I got as they walked out of the room as I was asking questions. I'm here to do a job, EJ.
I mean, I'm not even going to get started here. Luca Brazzi with a 2 count. Looks like SPF has gotten things started, though. Not here to fool around. This is a title match, folks.
Absolutely. And South Philly, what they're really good at, EJ, cutting off that ring and working together. We'll see how that works against 2 guys that have equally been together the same amount of time. And that is obviously the Punk Rock All-Stars.
Punk Rock All-Stars from Baltimore. South Philly's finest. You know where they're from, Phil Bravado? Right up 95 from Baltimore. South Philly.
I've been there. A dangerous neighborhood.
You know, the Punk Rock All-Stars actually hopped trains to get up from Baltimore to Hazleton. Got off at the Conway rail yard.
I believe it.
Had to run from the bull.
Now I think you're making stories.
But, you know, yeah, you have to get here one way or the other. And you know what? They're here to fight for the championship, Bravado.
Well, they certainly are, and they're not really faring too well at the moment. As South Philly, Luca Brazzi gets a 2 count on Sean Cannon. Cannon and Carter are very, very exciting as a tag team. They work well together. and they built a following up and down the East Coast, as you mentioned, from here to Maryland specifically. And South Philly, you know what? They don't care about any of that.
Look at that lightning fast reaction from Luca Brasi. Not quick enough, though. Double team maneuver from the Punk Rock All-Stars. Scoop and a slam. Luca Brasi needs to get out of there.
In the worst way.
Needs to make that tag to Jimmy Conway. We have a wild card outside the ring here. What's she going to be up to when push comes to shove?
You know, she's sitting over there. She's analyzing everything. She's looking at people.
She's judging people.
But she's too quiet, EJ. I believe you. Carter, a slap that you get in wrestling school right to Brasi, who's sporting, along with Jimmy Conway, new pants, new gear here tonight for South Philly.
Absolutely. Look at that. Their initials sewn on.
Pretty sharp.
Classy gentlemen.
Pretty sharp. Meanwhile, Brasi getting hung out to dry there. And Cannon's going to distract referee Jeff Carden, as Drake Carter continues to take advantage on the outside of the ring.
You know, there's bad blood, real bad blood between South Philly's finest and the Punk Rock All-Stars. Ooh, look at that vicious catapult right into that bottom rope.
And, you know, I'd like to add to that, there is a lot of bad blood here. When Punk Rock first came in here, I asked him, hey, what are you here for? Without hesitation, South Philly's finest. Not the titles, South Philly's finest. They could get both here tonight.
I mean, both these teams come straight from the streets, Phil Bravado. They're all four of these guys are mean guys who have a take no prisoners attitude.
Jimmy Conway getting the PPW Nation behind him.
He caught the boot. Brasi crawling to the corner, putting everything he has. It's not enough.
And there is a great tag team maneuver by the Punk Rock All-Stars. Carter holding Brasi there for Cannon to come in and take advantage. What an amazing move. And they're working together just fine. Luca Brasi, as we said, 3 minutes ago, has got to get out of there. Jimmy Conway cannot wait to get in there. He's hoping he has his chance. And until then, he's going to mock everything that the Punk Rock All-Stars are doing to his partner, Luca Brasi, right now.
Luca Brasi just has his hands up, trying to avoid the pummeling he's getting right now. This is unreal. I don't know if we've ever seen Luca Brasi get beat this bad. Sometimes this guy is like a human punching bag, though. You can hit him, and he just keeps coming and coming and coming.
Cannon and Carter have a new approach tonight. When they don't know what they're going to do next, they just cinch on a headlock and sit there and think about it. That is exactly the kind of relentlessness that is needed to take these PPW tag team titles off of South Philly's finest. Not even arguably, definitely the best tag team we've seen here in this company.
Absolutely. I mean, who else can even come close? Bravado.
You know, they're four-time champions. There's several teams, shall I say, that have held the title twice. Nobody that's held it 3 times. So how far? Very far ahead of everybody else. Carter and Cannon, EJ, continue to employ a tag team cutting off the ring strategy, and minds are going to meet, and Brasi,
he gets the tag! Unreal! Here comes Jimmy Conway, the fresh man, and it looks like the Punk Rock All-Stars, their plan may backfire right in their faces right now.
Conway in with a head of steam. Cannon's going to take his chance and get thrown on top of Carter, who's got huge eyes as he comes up with no air.
And the crowd roaring approvingly of Jimmy Conway's offensive fury. Brasi back in. No tag was made, though, I don't believe. Carden going to let this one go. A little bit liberal with his rules here. Big double team maneuver.
Oh, it's Sean Cannon with the save. I think that's the only thing keeping Punk Rock in this match right now. Brasi thrown outside the ring, but caught the ring post on the way. He lays on the mat on the outside of the ring.
Oh!
His partner, meanwhile,
Conway 3. Oh no, I thought we had new champions. I thought that was it.
I don't think you were alone. Everyone started to grab their head, much like Drake Carter is doing right now.
Look at the look on Jimmy Conway's face. He knew that was within a millimeter.
Wait a minute. The manager, we
caught that on camera.
That woman just grabbed something and gave it to Sean Cannon, who's on the outside. And wait a minute. Now Fuller's house is on there.
Now what
Fuller's
is this
house doing out here?
Come on.
Cannon, meanwhile, has got something in his hand.
Look, Jimmy Conway has the sharpshooter play. There goes Luca Brasi.
Jeff Carden looking at the mayhem on the outside. Wait,
no, it's a spray paint in the face. Hair dyer, spray painter.
Sean
I don't know what it was.
Disposes of the evidence.
I don't know what that was.
And here's a roll-up.
3, that's it, the foreign substance.
Wait a minute. We've got new tag team champions.
What an unbelievable match. Controversial to say the least. Punk Rock All-Stars, they sprayed some sort of substance in Jimmy Conway's face. It looked like hair dye.
We both had questions of this woman. Now I will find out who she is. She has just created a ripple in PPW.
We're going to see what that was. We're going to get back to you, folks. All the updates on the Ringside Roundup with the Julius Kuiper. Check our YouTube channel.